Sup, Moore? I told Moore about my final battle with Luis tomorrow. I see. So at last we have reached the final battle for the throne. Luis is a foe more fearsome than any you have faced. Do you truly believe you can defeat him? I know I'll win.
Leave it to me. Yes.
Good. Spoken like a king to be. I'm striving toward the apex of all archetypes. You've surely marked yourself as worthy of rule. If you were to take the throne, that would thusly end my imprisonment under the last king's decree.
I have faith in you.
I trust that you'll win. You must if I'm ever to know freedom again, however selfish a reason that is. Understood. Given the risk, though, I'll expect some kind of compensation. Ha! When did you become so shrewd? I'm sure I'll think of something.
How delightful.
To finally be allowed back into the world I've dreamed of. But under your reign, it will seem a new world altogether. Perhaps you saw phantoms in my image throughout your travels, but that's all they were. Through all this, I remained locked in this prison. I wish I could travel the lands again as I did in my youth. What extraordinary sights I would see.
Indeed.
First to the royal capital Grand Trad. I would be content to watch the people go about their daily lives. Then off to Brilhaven by way of Martira. That sounds like a familiar path. And so it should. After all, the tales of your journey have inspired me so much. I wish I could travel at your side. If the chance existed, no matter how slim, I'd take it. I suppose that's a dangerous, insolent proposal for a king to be.
Please.
Still, once you're a king, if ever you decide to tour the country or return to the road, please allow me to join you. Sounds good to me.
I thank you.
Thank you. To walk a country born anew together with its new king, it is like a dream. My heart bursts with anticipation. That reminds me. I'm sure it's far too early to prepare for our trip together, but let me give you this. Did you just, like, send a quill to me through telekinesis? You looked down and then up, and then suddenly I had a quill. For all you have learned, for graduating from your studies in academia, I award you this diploma. Let its white wings mark your flight from this bookish nest.
I can hardly wait.
Now, once you leave this place, we shall remain apart for a short while, but I look forward to seeing you again soon. Yeah, peace out, bro. That's another one.
Hello.
Yes, hello. I didn't actually, like, need to talk to you about anything.
You'll
Back to reality. I got a few more followers to talk to. A few more followers. Not any more Moors. I'm already done with more. Heyo! That wasn't funny. Hi, Zme. What's up, man?
Finally.
It all ends tomorrow. I could use some time to collect my thoughts beforehand. Would you care to join me for a bit? Tonight's drink is quite exquisite indeed.
Hold on.
Are you going to be able to fight tomorrow with a hangover? Surely I've earned enough respect to avoid being lumped in with Nearest. It would take a great deal more than this to dull my senses.
However,
Tomorrow, Heisme is just, like, absolutely drunk off his rocker. It's been a long road, yes, but tomorrow we fight to decide the fate of this country. 'Tis a strange notion to contemplate. Previously, I used alcohol to blunt the edge of sorrow's blade. No, rather, it was a self-administered poison which I used to hasten my own departure from this world. But as it graces my lips on this night, I find that the flavor has changed completely. Does it taste better now?
yes.
Quite. As I think on the alcohol becoming a part of my flesh and blood, it permeates that much deeper. Okay, kinda weird. Previously, it mattered not when I died, but now I've dedicated myself to living on for my son. I shall no longer await death, but will endeavor to not waste life. Tomorrow, clutching all that I have left of him, I hope to witness the dawn of a new future for this country. That's my new purpose, the reason I rise each day.
Cheers.
And so, tonight I raise my glass and make a toast to my star of hope. Are you referring to me? Ha! When I was resigned to live out my days in that cave, who came to me with renewed hope and tell? Who else could it be but you? And it is not just I whom you've inspired. In addition to my fellow villagers' words, a great many people now believe in a brighter future, with the only common thread among them being you. Yeah, I'm the anime protagonist. Whatever darkness lies before us, darkness within darkness? I believe the ideals you herald will shine above many. Yeah, well, I know that Kingdom Hearts is light, so.
Surely.
For those who suffer, for those who roam without purpose, and for those paralyzed by inaction. With that light upon their breast, they shall step forward once more.
Now then.
Before we return inside, there is something I would like to give you. Ashen Meteorite Bracelet. What, did you steal this from Toph? It is an amulet from my hometown, crafted from a rock that shimmers even in the total absence of light, perfect for finding one's way. Parents often give them to their children, hoping the amulet will protect their kin when they cannot. Befitting of our situation, is it
Well
not?
then.
Now then, let us head back in and prepare. An eventful day is ahead of us. All right, these little conversations don't take too long, thankfully. Look at all those 9s. Next... Katharina. That was Maria. Katharina. What you up to, girl? Well, hello there.
You know something?
Heard you're gonna face off against that blighter, Luis. Blighter? Well, I for one think you've got him whipped. Whipped does not mean... The way that I use the word whipped is not how you just used it. Oh, say, there was something I wanted to tell you. Got a minute?
Hey, so...
Hey, remember how I said I had something to tell you? Well, the educational program we founded is really doing aces.
Listen,
I'm sure it couldn't have happened without you, Katharina. Well, you ain't wrong about that, but you're still the one who gave me the opportunity course. Just goes to show we can make a place for ourselves in the world without stealing and deceiving. You taught me that, you know? It was you who got my friends the opportunity to make a decent living. Some of them even moved to other towns and opened up shop.
what a day.
At this rate, I'm gonna have to take up something new just to keep up.
what?
Are you thinking of pursuing a new line of work? Well, yeah, you know, at this point, I'm done bounty hunting. And I've been thinking on another thing I once told you, that we're allies fighting for this country. Our paths are different, but we got a common goal. Got a couple of thoughts running loose in my noggin, actually. If you become king, I think I'll journey abroad.
If you want my opinion...
I bet someone in charge could use some intel from faraway lands. I could get that for you. A king's gonna need all the help he can get.
Right.
And that's perfect for you, Katharina. I'll be counting on you. Then I'll find out what's good, what's bad, and what's going on in the world and report back. We can solve the world's issues together.
Really now?
Word of warning, though, don't let this country go to the dogs while I'm gone. If everybody's not prancing around all merry like when I get back, I'll knock you a good one. Won't much care to not see your ugly mug for long spurts, but better to make myself useful, I suppose. I'm gonna do what I do best, and the only payment I want is you watching over me. I'll let you think good and hard on what I mean by that. Well, sure. Oh, proper daft, I'm out of here. Was I just hit on? Except for this one thing, there is something everyone made for you, so here you go. A wooden doll.
I present to you...
Read for your thoughts. They try to make it look like you. Not bad by half, eh? Everyone brought their best talents to it, whether it was carving the wood, painting those pretty colors, all that. If we could mass produce those dolls, it'd make a good souvenir, yeah? We could make it a Euchronia specialty. Like they say, dream big. Tomorrow's battle is only the first piece of that dream. So you better pull out all the stops and win. This country's gonna be ours for the building. I do feel really confident that we're gonna, like, do a dungeon, fight Luis, and the game is gonna be over based on all these follower chats, because if there was really anything to do after, like, beating Luis other than cutscenes, I feel like that's when we would talk to all of the people instead of talking to them beforehand. Because that's how it is in Persona. Juno. Hello.
Hey.
We're finally fighting Luis tomorrow. If you don't mind, there's somewhere I'd like to go before the fight. Will you come with me? Yeah, I got nothing better to do. Is this the church where Rella was? Here we
Hold
are.
on a second.
Tomorrow's the battle we put our lives on the line for. I thought I'd let Rella and Fidelio know.
Why?
Why did you choose the church?
Here.
It was here that my sister lived and treated the sick. She saw that work as her atonement, but she saved so many lives in the process. Fidelio and Basilio were two of those people. She brought them back from the brink of death. Feels like ages ago now. Rella and Fidelio kept their emotions buried deep, but the love they had for my singing was real, wasn't it?
No.
Their love wasn't limited to your voice. I wonder if that's true. Sometimes I think singing is all I amount to, and while I'm proud it's made me self-sufficient, it can be a lonely way to live. I guess sometimes I just want to be accepted for who I am as a person, and not just as a pretty voice.
And?
Why am I spilling my guts like this? I accept you as a person, Juna.
Huh?
Now hold on, you can't just say that kind of thing with a straight face. I call foul. Then again, you did make me a promise, remember? You promised we'd make a world where people could listen to me sing with peace in their hearts. And thinking about it, something struck me. Where would you be in the scenario? Listening from a faraway throne, or would you be by my side? I've been meaning to ask you that, but I kept putting it off. Your answer would feel like our story's end, and I'm not ready for it to be over.
Yep.
So I'll ask you when this is all truly over, after the day of the hero and you become king, then you can answer me. We'll talk when it's over then.
Thanks.
Thanks. Now I feel like I can fight with everything I've got tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the performance of a lifetime. I expect you in the audience, Rella, Fidelia. Well, it's getting late. Let's head back.
Look at this.
Oh, one more thing. One more thing. Magic must defeat magic. I want you to have this and hold it close so you'll never forget me. A bookmark. This flower used to represent fear and humiliation to me, but once you become king, I hope it comes to mean liberty. One day this country will balk at the very idea of innocent children turned slaves. It may not be easy. In fact, many will probably oppose it. But we still have to make it happen. We have to believe in our ideals and continue onward. Rogue, you feel the same way, don't you? There's another one. Stroll, Eupha, Basilio, Nearest. Only 4 left. These are probably my 4 favorite characters. Eupha is probably 4th place. I really like Basilio, Nearest, and Stroll. But let's mix it up between the boys and the girls. We just did Juna, so let's do Nearest next.
Even.
Go talk to my man. What's up, bro? Once again, I try to talk to you, and it's like, oh, you're trying to look at this igniter right here? Well, tomorrow's the main event itself, eh? I thought it'd be nice to have a bit of a chat before then. How about we go somewhere with a nice view? A quick teleport should do the trick. Oh, what a grand meteor shower. Like the sky itself wishing you luck with a dance of stars, eh? It's wishing you luck too, isn't it?
Quite.
Ah, bound to be. I'm the sky's own soulmate after all. Looking forward to storming the place tomorrow, though I wish it was showering us with dragon crystals. I have mentioned dragon crystals to you before, haven't I? They're the remains of a great magical entity floating high up in the heavens. You sometimes find them crash down in the mountains. We take those and process them for use in gauntlet runners, you see, as a semi-biological component. My dream was to fly to the sky and pluck one straight from the firmament. What do you mean, was?
Yep.
Well, now I have gone above the horizon. I've flown, and if I don't stop here, one day the crystals in the heavens will be within reach. But it makes me wonder. I've spent a lifetime honing my skills and stuffing myself with knowledge. I can't let myself be satisfied with flying alone, can I? Have you ever considered making a submarine? Until now, all my research and projects have been for the sake of my dream. The idea of doing it for altruism or public good? Ridiculous. Far too abstract for my tastes. But this journey, seeing you all work for the people, for a better world, it's gotten under my skin. Burns in me like the same mad passion of my most ambitious projects. If an invention of mine helps someone out there or gives them joy, that's my part in changing this land, eh? It's just like with you and our merry band do. Tromping all over and helping all sorts. A change that happens one city at a time instead of by order of some lofty authority. This world is full of inconveniences and irrationalities, what? Well, my lad, that's what I intend to change. One invention at a time.
Right.
You make your dream sound so cool. Marvelous, isn't it? Though I still have no idea what I'm gonna invent, of course. But soon enough, you'll be crowned king, and that'll be that. But you do know the road ahead is only gonna be bumpier, don't you? I imagine a grand title like your majesty would crush the very backs of most who wore it. And yet, you're rather looking forward to it, aren't you? Ah, and that reminds me. There's something I'd like you to have. The dragon crystal specimen.
Here.
The first dragon crystal I ever found. Just a shard, really. Not enough magic power to have any practical application. But when I picked this up, that's when my dream hit me. One day I'd go to the skies, and now here we are.
I'll do it.
I'll get you all to Luis tomorrow, no matter what. We'll make the impossible possible.
Hey.
You hear me, lad? Don't you falter now. You got it, buddy. After gazing at the stars, we went back to the gauntlet runner. 3 more to go. Okay, Nat, we're gonna do Eupha, Basilio, Stroll.
I must say.
Na-na-na-na. Hello, Eupha.
Finally here.
Everything will be decided tomorrow. I'd like to visit my brother before we fight. Would you teleport with me to Edria? Yo, Adeni. Brother.
You've come.
Ah, if it isn't my dear sister, and with Rogue in tow. Have you come all this way to see me? Yes, I needed to talk with you at any cost. We told Adeni about tomorrow's decisive battle. Tomorrow is finally the day, is it? Then allow me to take this opportunity to speak with you. Once you stop Luis and take the throne, what are your plans for what follows? Surely you don't imagine the book will close on a happily ever after? Your people will not be a monolith. Even your supporters who agree with you have varied expectations, and those differences will drag you down. All as enemies lurk in the shadows.
Right.
You're right, and I'm prepared for that. Do you not understand, Adeni, that I am, in fact, the greatest to ever do it?
Oh,
You worry too much, brother. Rogue has us with him. No matter how thorny the path he walks becomes, we are all determined to walk it beside him.
I see.
Good. If you are so resolved, I have nothing further to say. I pray that with every step you take, the path bears fruit. Listen for a word of our victory tomorrow, brother. We're going to survive, and we'll most certainly return to the island.
now that you mention it.
Oh, wait, I had something I wanted to give you, Rogue. I'll run into the house to retrieve it. That Yufa, always in such a hurry. She'll never change. I've been looking after her for a long time, but I'm thinking it's time to entrust that role to someone else.
Yeah.
I'd like you to entrust me with that role.
Thanks.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Yufa trusts you too. Actually, it's quite clear she does more than that. If you've been planting false expectation in my sister's head, I hope you know I won't stay quiet about it. These final conversations really feel like this game wanted to have a romance mechanic. I sense hostility from Adeni, who's sporting a fake smile. It looks like you two are having a rousing conversation. Indeed, we were talking about the swarms of vicious man-eating sharks that teem in the night sea. I was telling him that if someone were to be thrown in, they'd die instantly. The adults told me that lie all the time when I was a child. Bad children who lie will be thrown into the sea at night, they'd say.
What is it?
You're looking a little pale, Rogue. What's wrong? Nothing. Unrelated? How do you feel about being queen? Well, didn't you say you have something to give him?
See this for yourself.
Ah, yes, I do. Here, Rogue, for your hands only. A rippling shell. This is the shell of a ripple snail. It's a good luck charm here on the island. If you hold it to your ear, you can hear the sound of the ocean. Tradition says it contains a prayer for its owner to return home safely, just like how the waves return to shore. Wives give these to their husbands when they head out to sea. Did you just propose to me? That's quite the gift. Did I say their husbands? Yufa, your crush is showing. Anyway, let's get going. We've got a big day ahead of us. I probably would have romanced Yufa, I think. I most likely would have romanced Yufa if they had romance in this game. Kaz, how many sharks do you think you could take? 2 if I'm having a good day. This is assuming that I'm fighting them on land. My man Basilio.
I'll...
Ugh, come off it.
If I had a machine gun, at least 8 sharks. Guess this is it. We'll finally settle things with Luis, though a sky like this don't exactly feel encouraging and all. Say you need a breather at all? We could visit the ocean if you like. Wouldn't take a moment to teleport over. Yeah, let's go to the man-eating shark ocean.
All right.
First time I saw the ocean, know what I said? Man, biggest pond I ever seen. Del got a good laugh out of that one. Del, Lady Rella, Vinca. I thought we'd always be together. I figured I'd already lived my life the way I wanted. Now I got some perspective on it, though. There's so much I never did. Somehow it never really hit me that I could die at any moment. Just like that, everything I am could suddenly end. Even after nearly dying as a kid. Real stupid, aren't I?
Listen.
No, I think that's true for anyone.
Yeah,
Suppose.
I'll tell.
I think Del wanted to stay by Lady Juna's side for the rest of his days. Never said it, of course, but I could tell. It was always in his eyes when he looked at her. But he'll never see her again. And me, I'll never see Lady Rella again. I never got to tell her how she saved me, how I really admired her. Never told her how I felt about her. And now I never will. I once swore to you, right, that I'd help make a world where everyone could smile and laugh. Lady Rella, Vinca, and Del. They were all tangled up in the worst parts of this twisted country, and they all suffered for it. This land runs on suffering, and somehow all its weak and meek ended up fuel for its fires. A crown on your head won't make that easier to change.
It'll be fine.
Nevertheless, I'm gonna fight for that change. We've got this, don't we?
Obviously.
Heck yeah, nobody's gonna keep us down. Nothing happens as fast as you want it to. Lots of people are gonna resent change. It's a scary thing, yeah?
Still.
Still, through the fear, if we're all wishing for the same thing, that'll be a force to be reckoned with. Slow or not, this piece of garbage world will change. I only started seeing the light from hanging about with you, so no matter what goes down tomorrow, I'm gonna make sure that crown's yours. Actually, I got another reason for being here today. Hold on a sec.
Yeah.
Just bought this. Here, take it. Golden perfume cream. What is this? It's made of some rare beeswax or something, apparently. They say the scent brings good fortune. Lady Rella had it when she was fixing me up. Gave me a little dab on both cheeks. Said she hoped I could smile again. Hoped my luck would turn. A slum rat like me. So now I'm giving it to you, Rogue. Hope fortune favors you tomorrow. Well, you know, fortune favors the bold, so. Well, I suppose we'd better head back. Big day ahead, yeah?